Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Luis Bravo. Today, I'm here to teach you how to web scrape with Python. So, what is web scraping? Web scraping is the process of retrieving data that exists on a website and converting that information in a format that is more usable for analysis. An example is monitoring prices of a product from, let's say, Amazon. Let's say we want to monitor the prices for laptops. We can extract the brand, the name, and the price for each laptop that Amazon sells. After collecting that information, we can either store it into a CSV file or a database. So, how is this done? In this demonstration, I'll be using Python 3.6 and two libraries called Beautiful Soup and URL-lib. Let's import those two libraries. Okay, so let's type from URL lib.request import URL open. Okay, let me explain this line of code. So URL lib is the name of the library. This library contains modules. In our case, we'll be using the module called request. Inside this module, there's a function called URL open. Now URL open pretty much fetches and downloads the web page that we want to extract in order to get the information that we want. Next, let's import the Beautiful Soup library. So from bs4 import Beautiful Soup. Now Beautiful Soup is a powerful library in order to pull data out of an HTML file. Okay, so what web page do we want to extract information from? I have an example here, or actually I have a web page called Web Scraper. This is a web scraper testing page just to practice and learn how to web scrape. So this page has laptop products. It has a list of laptop products, and of course it has information. It has the name of the product, the description, um, the price of it, and also has reviews. For simplicity, I'll just show you how to web scrape the name, the price, and maybe the description of it. Okay, since we found already a web page that we want to extract data from, we'll just have to copy the link to this web page. Or in other words, we'll copy the URL. And we'll save that URL in a variable. We'll call this URL. We'll save it as a string. Now we'll use the function URL open in order to download that web page. So URL open, and we'll pass in that link URL. And what do we want to do with that web page? We want to download the HTML file that web page has. So we'll do a .read, and we'll save that HTML file onto another variable, and we'll call this source. Okay, so now that we have this HTML file, if we print out this variable called source, we'll get something similar to this source file, pretty much this HTML file. Of course, if I print it out right now, it's not going to look well organized like we have here on the browser. Just for demonstrations, we'll print out the source file, print the source, we'll save, and we'll run. So here we have the text file or the HTML file. And we notice that at the top we start off with exclamation doc type HTML tag with an HTML tag followed by a head tag followed by a title with web scraper inside. If we go back to that web page, we start off with doc type HTML with an HTML tag, a head tag, and a title with web scrape. Okay, so we have the HTML file. Now, how do we just extract the specific information? So we have to create an object. That object is going to be Beautiful Soup. So in order to create an object, we have to call the constructor Beautiful Soup, and we'll have to pass in the source file or the HTML file. In our case, we'll pass in source. And the second parameter tells the Beautiful Soup how to parse this file. So we want to parse it as an HTML parser. Okay, and we'll save that as page parse. Okay, so what's next? Now that we have this object, page parse, we can now access the tags that exist within this HTML file. It's a lot easier to access. So if we type in print page parse.h1 and we save, we run, we get h1 class equals page header computers / laptops. If we go back to the page, we see in big letters computers / laptops. If we hover over that area and inspect, we notice the highlighted area has h1 class page header computers / laptops. Exactly what we got in our print statement. Great. So now that we're able to access specific tags, let's extract the information we really want. So in our case, we want the name of this product, the price, and we also want the description. So if we hover over and we inspect where that information exists, we notice that it exists in between an A tag with the class that is equal to title. So in order to access that, there's a function that the object page parse has. So we could type in page underscore parse dot, and the function called find all with a capital A. Now this function pretty much just says, well, first, what do we want to find? So we want to find all of the A that has the class equal to title. So what this should do is we should find all the A tags that has The next parameter is pretty much saying what object do you want to find. We want to find the object class that is equal to the name title. So class title, and we just want to print this out, and we'll save, run, see what we get. We get a list of all the different names that contain that same tag with the class that is equal to title. Now we just want the first one, so in order to do that, we'll just pretty much just use another function that's called find, which is just finding that first one that it sees. So if we save and we run, we get that first one, which is Aspire E1 hyphen 510. If you go back to the page, that's the name of this first product. In order to get just the text of that, you can just type in parse page underscore parse dot find a, and the object class title. At the end of that, we could just type in dot text. This should just return the text that is within the tags. If we run it, we should just get the name of that product. Awesome. So now we want to find the price of that. So let's just hover over and right click, inspect. We notice that it has the title, or has the tag h4 with the class equal to pull right price. So we'll use that same function, find. We'll do print page parse dot find, and the name of the tag is h4. And we want to find an object class, and the name of the class is pull right price. Pull right price. And we want to just print out the text or the price of that. So we'll save and we'll print. And we get 306.99. Let's check again. That's the price that's for the first product, 306.99. Now, let's just get the description. We'll just hover over that, inspect, and it has a p tag with the class equals to description. We'll use the same technique. We'll do print page underscore parse dot find, and it's a p tag, and we're going to look for and want the object that has class colon, and the name of the class is description. And since we only want the text, we'll do dot text. We'll save and we run, and we just get the description for that first product. Pretty awesome, huh? So if you want to extract every product, you'll have to use a for loop, and you have to inspect a little more of where this information exists. Well, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully you guys like the video. If you know other ways that is easier to extract this type of information, feel free to let me know. I would love to learn about it. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you guys next time.